In a dusty village surrounded by dry fields and quiet hills lived a boy named Arav. He was 13. His world was small, just a cracked house with no electricity, a mother with tired hands, and an old radio that only worked when the wind was kind. Arav's father had passed away when he was just a toddler, and his mother worked as a cleaner in a town 2 hours away. They had no extra clothes, barely enough food, and no one who believed they could ever escape poverty. No one except Arav. Every evening, Arav would climb to the rooftop at sunset, watching the sky burn orange and whispering to himself, "Someday, this sky will belong to me, not as a dream, but as truth." At school, he was the boy with worn-out shoes and ink-stained fingers. Other kids would laugh and say, "Why do you study so hard? You're just a cleaner's son. People like us don't become anything." Arav never argued. He simply smiled and replied, "That's your truth, not mine." One day, the school announced a national science competition. The winner would receive a full scholarship to study in the city, something unheard of in Arav's village. Everyone assumed it was meant for the rich kids from big cities. But Arav didn't. In the school library, he found an old book about solar panels and renewable energy. Under the dim glow of a broken bulb and the flickering street lamp outside, he read every night, turning page after page with excitement. Over the next few weeks, he worked tirelessly, building a solar model from scraps, tin cans, wires from broken radios, glass from shattered windows, and garbage no one else wanted. He had no proper tools, just imagination and determination. One day, a teacher saw him working and gently laughed, saying, "Arav, you're clever, but this is too big. It's okay to try, but don't expect too much." Arav looked up with calm eyes and said, "Sir, if I already believe I can't, then why begin at all?" The day of the competition arrived. Arav stood on a stage in the city, small, nervous, surrounded by students in perfect uniforms with polished models. When he presented, the judges were silent. His model was simple, even clumsy, but it worked. It generated real power. And his explanation? It wasn't just technical, it was filled with hope, vision, and belief. He didn't speak like a boy. He spoke like a builder of tomorrow. That evening, as the sun dipped behind the tall buildings, Arav sat alone at the bus stop, surrounded by the distant honking of cars. Maybe they didn't like it, he thought. Maybe I looked foolish. Just then, a woman with grey hair and a blue sari approached. She was one of the judges. She handed him an envelope and smiled. "You reminded me of someone I used to be," she said kindly. Arav opened the envelope. Inside, it read, "Winner, full scholarship, housing, uniform, books, future." He didn't cry. He simply looked up at the sky and whispered, "Told you." Years later, Arav became an engineer. But he didn't stay in the city. He returned to his village, not to visit, but to transform. He built schools, installed solar panels on rooftops, trained young minds, and gave back what he had once only dreamed of. On the gate of the new learning center he founded, in bold letters, he wrote, "The sky is not the limit. Your thinking is." Moral of the story: your circumstances may be poor, but your thinking can be rich. A positive mind isn't blind to reality, it builds new realities. The world changes first in your thoughts, and then through your actions.